Let's do it.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Move More, Worry Less. I'm your host, Paige Vesta, the founder and designer at 13 Fit Apparel. I am joined today by my friend, Megan, who I'm so excited to have here. We met, I don't know how many years ago when we were teaching indoor cycling in New York City. She is the co-owner of Burgundy Fox. She's a group fitness trainer and she's a personal trainer. She's also into like all things wellness and nutrition and all the things and super empowering. So I'm really happy to have her. So Megan, if you want to give a little intro, talk about who you are and what you do.
Yeah. So thank you for having me. This is so cool. I've been watching you and listening, and this is just amazing. So yeah, you had said how many years ago? I have no idea, like 6-7 years ago or something.
Probably.
Paige and I started at this small cycling studio, and we'll get into it later, but you were a huge influence on me when I was taking your classes, even though we crossed over just briefly. It was, I think right away and I think you can agree, we had just like such a connection. It was really cool. So since then, I am now, as you said, I'm the co-owner at Burgundy Fox, which is a lingerie, intimate apparel, loungewear, accessories, toys company. We have an online store, but we also, and what are really our product focus and our niche is our subscription boxes. So we're a subscription box company and online store. And I have been with Burgundy Fox for almost 4 years now. And alongside that, I am in fitness. So two worlds that kind of seem like they'd be really different, but we'll dive into it later. I think they cross a lot. And I work at Equinox as a cycling instructor, group fitness, all things HIIT classes, etc. And then as in the last about year and a half, I took on some personal training clients, and I love that, helping people on this journey of wellness and whatever their goals are, in both fitness and lingerie and self-wellness care, and everything is just something I'm super passionate about. So yeah, it's been quite a road to get where I am now, and it's still going. But I'm very happy to be where I am. So that's me. And I live in New York.
Important detail, New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we said, we met probably, I don't know what, it's 2021 now. That was back in like 2015, 2014 that we started teaching. Yeah. So Megan and I kind of dove into the fitness industry around the same time, teaching indoor cycling on the Upper East Side in Manhattan. So I guess my next question would be how you got into fitness. And then like part B to that question would be, how did you get into your intimate apparel side?
Yeah. So when I met you, I was taking classes all over the city. Fitness has been for my whole life. Fitness has been a big thing. I grew up in middle of nowhere, Massachusetts, very active, all the team sports. I've always been into any kind of activity, you name it. So then coming into New York, I got into the boutique fitness scene, joined a few gyms here and there, and then really I just fell in love. I'll never forget, I took this one as part of this tiny like basement gym in New York, and I know you can understand this, and if there are other people tuning in, they're going to be like, I know exactly what she's talking about, this small like basement gym. But there was this cycling instructor there, and she was just amazing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, cycling, this is great, all the feels, everything. So I started taking those classes regularly, and it really wasn't that long until I thought I would love to teach this, and so that's when I kind of ran into Crank and got into the program there. I started taking Paige, your classes. As I said, huge influence. I love your style, and just how you really inspire women and still are, everyone. And I got into fitness there. I was at Crank or the cycling studio for a few years, and alongside of that, so that was like my side hustle. At that time, I was working in corporate world. I was working with this company that organizes events, trade shows, conferences, and it was specific to lingerie, intimate apparel, and swimwear. So from there, I was there for about 6 years, and that actually almost 7 years. And that's where really I found this new passion of lingerie. I've always been into fashion. I remember when I was younger.
I am so sorry. My dog has been sleeping for the last 2 hours, and now that we're recording, she's eating her water bottle. Lily, stop. Get out of here. You dweeb. She literally has not made a sound. And now that we're recording, she's like
it's all good. It's all good.
She's like smacking her bowl around like a dork. Okay. Sorry, continue what you were saying.
Okay, it's all good. Hold on. Where do we need to back up to? Okay, I'll start. So fitness was, the cycling was my kind of side hustle, right? And alongside of that, I had been working in a trade show conference company. So we organized trade shows for brands and retailers to connect. And the focus was on intimate apparel. So lingerie, loungewear, swimwear specifically. And so it was there that was, kind of grew into that new love and passion of such a cool product. So I had, when I was younger, had always thought I was going to go to fashion school and be this big bad fashion designer, and stars weren't aligned for me that way. But I'm grateful. Everything, things happen for a reason. I got into this. It was really cool. I met so many people. I saw so many beautiful things. And I was there for about, like I said, 6 or 7 years. And it was there that I had met my business partner. She was actually a client of mine. So she had started Burgundy Fox, and we talked about it. We kept talking about it. And then a few months in, she asked me to join as her partner. And I left that old company, still had Crank, but I was also, or I'm sorry, keep saying that, cycling studio. And, and then I wanted, more into fitness. So I got into Equinox. I've been coaching cycling and now many different formats at Equinox for about 3.5 years. And I love it. I love it. So that's the long version, I guess, of my story of how I got to where I am. It's not that exciting, but just really taking all of the things that I've been passionate about. And I feel so lucky to be able to do this, because I don't feel like you find that very often. I truly, and I think you feel the same, love what I do. Empowering people via fitness or lingerie. I mean, it's amazing. And I'm definitely, can't wait to see what's going to continue to happen.
Yeah. For those listening who don't know who you are, and hopefully will now follow you and Burgundy Fox, Meghan is one of the most empowering women that I know. And what I love so much about you and the things that you do is your passion is super apparent. Like, I don't know, you exude the passion for the things that you love. But you also are like, I feel like it's really easy for females to be competitive with one another and like want to be better than the other. Mm-hmm. And I've never gotten that vibe from you or anything that you do. And I really respect that about you, because I think that it's in our nature to be competitive with one another, but you are so empowering, and you've done so many things with Burgundy Fox, with your fitness, with the, fitness events that you've hosted with like Rebecca and everything. Right. And Jessica, it's just, you empower other females in their businesses, you empower people in their fitness journey. And I just think it's really special and really awesome. So, I just feel so blessed to know you, and you're really inspiring. So let's talk a little bit about Burgundy Fox. So you talked about what you guys do as far as like selling intimate apparel and loungewear, but let's talk a little bit about your mission. I know that you're really passionate about your mission. So let's dive into that.
Yeah. So, okay. In a very simple way, our mission as a company is to inspire women, all women, men, anyone, mind, body, and sex confidence, right? And we do this through a very niche way. We do this through lingerie, but more than that, we have grown to, push out some branded content, blog posts. We definitely have this vision of a whole, well-rounded brand that at our core, we are intimate, and all things intimate. But, more than that, it's a safe space for women to come to and learn or shop or discover and connect and feeling amazing and confident and inspiring. I think while our message sounds simple, right? Inspire, confidence, empowering. That's also the hardest part. It's your mindset, and that's hard to change, and it's hard to make women or anyone see who they really are. Everybody is unique, and that's what makes us so special, whether it's what you do, your personality, or your body. And we want to celebrate that. So our mission is to provide content, to provide product, to provide toys and fun, to really bring out that confident and courageous, fearless fox, right? So that's what we do. I also think, and to some people this might sound silly, but hear me out. The power of lingerie, right? It's really cool. It's something, whether it's a bralette, a sports bra, whatever, it's something you put on at the start of every day. And whether you're just throwing on your t-shirt, bra, and a panty, or you want to wear something a little sexier that day, and that might be a cool little secret you keep with yourself all day. I mean, that's empowering. That's cool. That inspires confidence. It makes you feel good all day long. You don't want to walk out of your house wearing and going somewhere and you hate what you're wearing, right? You'll think about it all day long. And I think lingerie has the same, if not more, effect. You're wearing the right stuff, it's going to just make you feel like a boss. And right. I think that's really cool. The way that we are continuing to and keep evolving to portray this message and spread this message is through the unique shopping experience that we have put together. So, I feel like a lot of women, unfortunately, will feel uncomfortable going into a lingerie store and shopping for a bra for the first time, or maybe they have, low self-esteem, and it could be, for whatever reason, a horrible experience for you, and it shouldn't be. It should be empowering and it should be inspiring. So we really wanted to create a space where this would not happen. And I think online is such a great way to go about that, because, you're not physically there. Nobody's really seeing you. It takes away that kind of fear factor, and it's fun. We have a style profile. So you'll answer in our survey all of these questions, and we'll shoot back to you. Okay, you're the romantic type. You're the fierce, trendy Beyonce type. It can be really a fun experience. So we want you to come in and feeling, whatever type of way you are feeling, but you leave feeling inspired and giving women the permission to love themselves and love the way they look, love who they are. They don't have to change anything, because you don't. And that's really what we're looking for. Does that make sense? I kind of go on a tangent, but
yeah, no, definitely. And I love that. And I want to talk a little bit more about sex positivity, because I know that that's a really big piece of what you guys are about, between obviously intimate apparel and sex toys and all of that. Let's talk about why it's so important. Why you were saying before in our pre-podcast question and answers, whatever interview, that it's like such a
podcast hype.
Yeah, like that it's such a taboo subject, and you want to normalize it. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about why it's important and why we should talk about it.
I mean, I can't help this, but let's talk about sex, right? So let's do it. So it is unfortunate that this is considered a taboo topic, because it is not. And sex does not just mean having sex. Sex is your sexual self, your sexual desires. There's a lot that goes into it, right? So sex positivity, sexual empowerment. I mean, I think it's something that has always been in our bones at Burgundy Fox. And it's something as of recently that we've really been just hitting hitting home about and really trying to push. You know, like I said, first of all, being sexually positive, it includes your desires, it includes your, your sexuality, what your orientation is, and being confident about that. Honestly, anybody, any woman, any man, anybody who is ashamed or feels embarrassed by their sexuality, it breaks my heart, because it is like, it's such an incredible thing, and we should own it. There is so much beauty and freedom in embracing your sexuality. Why hold anything back, whether it's your opinions or what you want to wear or who you want to see or how you want to do something or who you want to do, like why hold that back, right? So we really, the way that we see a fearless fox is what we like to call, through lingerie, this inspiring, confident, empowered woman. We see a sexually empowered woman as somebody who owns this, who owns her desires, who devotes time to working on herself. This is a big realm. So the moment that you start to really love yourself and own your desires and own your sexuality, that's when, if you want it, everything else is going to be better. Your relationships, whether it's with your partner, with I don't know, a friend, and most importantly yourself, you're gonna, that just grows. And to me, that is sex positivity, that's sexual empowerment. Feeling the freedom to realize and express your own sexual interests and feeling comfortable in doing that. And prioritizing yourself. You should know when it's okay to say yes and when it's okay to say no. And that's it. I feel like that's the bones, and I could keep going. So, I think that women just really need to realize their worth and their potential in this topic, but in everything, and especially in a society where, as we said, it's still considered a taboo topic, or where women are, we feel like we're constantly being scrutinized and criticized, and in a predominantly male kind of driven society, like this topic is huge. So let's talk about it. Let's not hide it. Let's not sweep it under the rug. What I love is that I'm seeing, and I'm sure you can say the same, but I'm just seeing so many more companies, from those who sell sex toys, from lingerie to bloggers, podcasters, that are really embracing, owning, harnessing, and sharing this message. Women want to talk, like we want to learn, we want to ask questions, and we want to feel a safe space to do that, because let's be honest, that's not always there. So that's our sexual positive side of things, is that we want to offer you this space where you can come and shop, you can come and talk to us, you can join our Facebook group and talk with other women about this. Be open, let's talk about it. So I think that's where that really comes into play, that sexual positive side. So mind, body, and sex positive at Burgundy Fox.
Hey guys, so I heard this rumor that you were dying to try out our leggings. So here is your chance. Now through September 30th, all leggings are 30% off. There is no discount code needed. It will be taken off automatically at checkout. I personally designed these leggings from scratch, from the fit to the fabric to the design. They're compression, high-waisted, squat-proof, and they won't move when you work out. So if you are in the market for some leggings, want to try our leggings out, or you already have a pair of our leggings and you want to add more to your wardrobe, now is a great time to buy. So head to our website, www.13fitapparel.com, the word 13 spelled out, to purchase yours. I love that. You just reminded me of When you were younger, did you watch that show? What channel was it on? Oh my God, I wish I could remember. Talk Sex with Sue Johansson or whatever.
Oh my
Do you
gosh.
remember that
Yeah,
show?
I do.
I
Yes, I
remember we used to
do.
stay up late and like me, my sister, and my cousin, we'd like turn it
Yes,
on at like 2 o'clock in the morning to like learn stuff because it
because
was
that's the only time it could air, 2 a.m.
right.
God forbid.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. I just had like a total throwback to that. That is,
Yes,
yeah. And it's
I
just,
love it.
I think that even just like drives your point home that it was airing at 2 o'clock in the morning for
Mhm.
like people to go watch so they could like have the secret time to like learn
Right,
about
right.
things that,
About
like,
S.E.X, like
right, right.
what?
Like it's a secret. We can't talk about it, but we all do it.
Yeah.
So, or,
Exactly. And what I think is that I also wanted to talk about on this topic, what is so cool about sex is the benefits. Like, so many. I mean, honestly, people listening, like Google, like the benefits of a healthy, sex life or sexual empowerment. I mean, it relieves stress, it relieves anxiety, it makes you happier, it gives you this glowing effect. It's like, it can also, a lot of people have gone into studies, it helps decrease your risk of heart disease. It has a lot of direct and indirect health benefits. It can help you with your fitness game. I think we'll talk about that later.
yeah.
So yeah, like let's talk about it. Let's normalize it. We're going to keep talking about it on Burgundy Fox. We have a couple things in the works that I'm really excited about. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, that's my go on sex positivity, I think.
Yeah. So do you think that there is, I guess, what's your, oh my gosh, perspective, that's the word, perspective on body positivity versus sex positivity? Do you like there's an overlap, but do you see them as the same thing? Do you see them differently? Because I know that you've had events in the past, fitness events, that you've co-hosted that are talking about body positivity. So maybe talk about, how those things overlap, how they're the same, how they're different.
Yeah, so I think in most and more they are more the same than they are different. Being positive, having sex positivity is going to absolutely increase your self-esteem. Having more sex is going to increase your self-esteem, and your connection with people. And like I said earlier, your connection to yourself. And in the exact same way, body positivity, owning your body as you are, we are all perfect. We should celebrate that. Those in those ways, they're the same. You're going to get the same benefits. I think, the difference is that, sexuality, you can just dive a little deeper in terms of your sexual orientation, whether you're part of the LGBTQ community or not, and, everything that's going on there and celebrating that. That's not, you can correlate that with body positive, but I think that's really where it kind of starts to steer away from each other. And we do talk about that in our blogs, and we talk about sex positivity and other things coming up. But being positive about your body. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's a really good question. I'm not sure that I could say that there's so much different to it. I think just owning yourself, owning the way that you look, that you are, because it's beautiful and
Right.
I love it. Everyone is.
Yeah.
I don't know if that really answers your question, but I
Yeah.
hope.
It was just a question. I didn't
Yeah.
know how it was going to go. I just threw it out there.
We did it. We did it.
We did it. Yep. And I think it's important to note that this is something you said before. So this is not something, this is not my information. You wrote it in your notes before. So I just want to say it, that when you're talking about sex, it could be with somebody else or yourself. And I think that that's an important thing that you said, because I think that's really taboo too. So if you want to talk about that.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes. Sex with yourself, masturbation. Awesome. Do it. Everyone do it. Don't think about it. So it is considered taboo. It should be not considered taboo. And it is in the same way, it's going to give you all of those benefits. Most importantly, self-love. connection, literally self-love, but figuratively self-love and connection. So yeah, like I said, when I'm talking about, sex positivity, sexual empowerment, I'm not saying, go and if you do, amazing, no judgment, but it's not about going around and, sleeping with everything that walks. But it's that it is the physical act of sex, but it is also those mental benefits that you reap from that. So yeah, sex with yourself, that connection with yourself, with your partner, with multiple partners, with future partners. That's huge. So we do, in that way.
Did you just hear her?
Yeah, I did.
Really? The whole background of this podcast is just going to be my dog doing weird stuff.
That's okay.
But,
but yeah, totally acceptable. But yeah, so in that same token, like we sell sex toys on our website. No shame in that. And also, I think that kind of goes back to why one of the reasons that Burgundy Fox came to be, and that it's a safe place to shop, because I think a lot of people will in their mind say, I might want to buy a sex toy. I want to try this out. But they only vision this, gritty, grimy sex shop on the corner that's like hidden behind God knows what, right? So we're not that. And we are a very safe place for you to come, and we curate and we test, and we have experienced all of the things that we sell. So guaranteed satisfaction for those products.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Let's dive into how the two industries you work in come together. So I feel like on the surface, fitness and intimate apparel can seem fairly different. I mean, I think we could see the connection, but let's talk a little bit about how they overlap and how your mission in both industries really, I think that it just all comes down to like knowing you, like your purpose and your mission as a person. I feel like these two industries like serve that,
Yeah, you're exactly right. So that would be my take on it, right? So as you said, looking at fitness, then intimate apparel, and sex positivity, you're like, okay, no connection there. But no, I absolutely see that connection. And at the end of the day, high level fitness, whether you're going to a class or just hitting the gym, whatever it is, shopping at Burgundy Fox, and finding your Foxy, and sex positivity, it is all, at the end of the day, it comes back to empowerment, confidence, happiness, specifically with fitness and sex positivity, a healthy sex life. Now, hear me out. So when you are, having sex, when you are working out, that releases all of those happy feelings, those happy hormones, the serotonin, the endorphins, the dopamine. They all are intertwined that way. So, I mean, literally, chemically, physically, fitness and sex are the same. You're going to leave with feel good, with those feel good hormones driving through you for a long time after. And another, kind of fun fact is that having sex can actually really improve your physical fitness. And I think you can probably make that correlation as to why, but sex helps to lower your blood pressure. It increases your fitness levels, and vice versa. So I absolutely find that they are connected. And I think once you realize that and see that, you're going to do a lot more of both.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So, and then, as you said, my mission as a person, and my mission within my companies are to empower. And I want you to leave my fitness classes feeling amazing, a badass. Like, that's how I want you to feel, like you are ready to take on the day. You have a great sexual connection with somebody. You're coming out of whatever it is you're doing with your partner. You're going to leave feeling pretty good, right? Your self-esteem is going to be up high. And with Burgundy Fox, same, finding something that empowers you, makes you feel confident, inspires you. I love that. Like that's truly my mission. Like it is. I just want to make everyone feel good. That's who I am.
Yeah. I love that. So do you have, and I didn't warn you with this question, so if you don't have an answer for it, okay, but I feel like you will. Do you have any like cool, fun facts about sex that maybe our listeners would like to hear about?
Ooh, fun facts about sex. Okay, so there are definitely a lot of fun facts about sex. So, like I said, stress relief, anxiety relief. It is a pain reliever. So it actually, like I said, it releases that serotonin, that dopamine, the endorphins, all of those, oxytocin, like all of those things that you need that actually aid in any kind of aches, pains. One thing that I always say to people is, everybody always uses the famous headache excuse, right? Um, sex sex will fix your headache straight away. Sex will help you sleep better. Sex will make you happier. I could go on in this list for a long time, specifically into orgasms too. An orgasm is like a crazy, amazing thing that also reaps a lot of benefits. And there are many different ways to orgasm. It's not just penetration. You can orgasm with yourself, with a partner. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of fun surprises that will come about when you are embracing your sexuality.
Yeah. Awesome. So for anyone going back to like intimate apparel a little bit, for anybody who hasn't purchased lingerie before or isn't feeling confident enough to wear it or shop for it, what would your advice be to them? And yeah, I guess just what would your advice be?
Yeah. So I think, like I said earlier, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but with our curated boxes, we have you fill out a style profile. So it's just a little survey, takes 2 minutes, not even. Your colors, on the most basic, your favorite colors, patterns, sizes. From there, we ask, are you looking for something sexier? Are you looking for something romantic, et cetera, et cetera? And then based on those, we will curate items to match that. And I think, we've gotten pretty good at it. So that's a really comfortable way for you to shop without having, with taking that stress and anxiety about it. But honestly, more than that, like one of our biggest missions or something that we really want to focus on is the connection with our customer. So I will reach out to clients. I will talk one-on-one with women about what they're looking for. Okay, so you haven't explored lingerie before, you haven't really dove deep into this kind of world. That's okay. That's what we're here for. Let us help you find something that is, exactly the right amount of sexy, flirty, comfortable, and not too much. And I think, the best way to start is to come to Burgundy Fox without too shamelessly like promoting our website. But, I think we've really done it well. Come to us. We'll help you find a style. You can really talk with us directly. You can complete the style profile. Browse what we have on our store, and in our boxes it is so much more. Our store is just a small collection of customer favorites, and I think go just enough out of your comfort zone that you will wear it, but not too far that it's going to go to the bottom of the drawer and you're never going to wear it again. If you're someone that hasn't been really into lingerie in the past, you're not going to go and buy some bondage leather strappy amazingly hot thing, right? But maybe you want a really cool lacy bralette with one simple strappy detail or something like that. So I think be true to yourself, but also finding that little balance of where you can push just enough that you've found this kind of new you or extension of you or heightening of you.
Yeah, I think that's really, really good advice. I love that. That's great. And I can speak from experience. Meghan has helped me before. And I mean, she like nailed it. It was just like, I didn't know what I wanted. And she literally picked out exactly my style without me even knowing that that was going to be what I wanted. So I could speak from personal experience that they know what's going on over there at Burgundy Fox. So
I'm so glad. And you surprised me too, because you guys, if you know Paige, I did not peg her for a lacy girl. And she said, no, I love lace. I was like, oh, got it.
Yep. Yeah, I know you wouldn't necessarily think so because now I'm in like the fitness apparel world, but my background is in like luxury fashion and evening wear and bridal.
I feel like you had studied or maybe took a class, or maybe I'm making this up. You had gotten into or looked into like creating lingerie. It's not easy.
Yeah, no,
it's not easy.
I think it was my senior year, either junior or senior year of college. I was an evening wear specialization, but we had to take an intimate apparel class to understand it.
Right.
And I wish I would have been as interested in it at the time as I would be now, because looking back at it, I'm like, that was such a cool experience, but I was in school and I was stressed out and it was really hard. Like,
right.
I remember the first thing we did like a bra, and it was like, it's hard. 40 pieces, like there's so many small details to like a basic bra, like a lace bra. And it was just because we had to go to the store, buy one, take it apart and recreate it.
Wow.
And yeah, it definitely is interesting. So yeah, I mean, I dabbled in it and I had to design some stuff for school, and I did some freelance work for an intimate apparel company before, but but yeah.
Well, just to kind of piggyback off of that too, and because you're talking about women shopping for the first time. So I feel like a lot of women have this idea that lingerie, it's this, a thong is this big, a bra only covers this much. Like, why would I spend that much on it? But that's exactly it. I mean, what most women, in whether it's fitness apparel or to lingerie, the work and that goes into it, and how much time and effort and pieces and this and that, that's what determines the quality. That's what determines the price. So, in anything, you're gonna get what you pay for. Don't skimp. Buy yourself. I'm not saying you have to go and buy, this crazy, $400 set. There's a line for sure. But just know, do a little bit of research. We're here to help you. But don't skimp out on buying that good stuff, because a good bra is going to last you a really long time. A good bra is very, very powerful, as I said before, and it's going to do all the things for you. So.
Right. And I mean, also like the fit of it, if it's bad quality and has a bad fit, you're not going to feel confident in it because it's not going to fit you the way you want it to, which, can just,
that can destroy your day.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like when you spend the money on something like that, it definitely makes a difference because it fits the way you want it to. It's going to last. So like you said, you get what you pay for sure.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. So my last question is, if you have anything else you want to throw in here before we tell our followers how to follow you.
Last thing, let's see. I feel like this is something that I've been talking about a lot with people, whether it be my clients or Burgundy Fox people, and it's a little bit off topic, but it reverts. Everybody, I think, we all just need to love ourselves a little bit more. I know that sounds a little bit like cheesy and whatever, but it's true. So from all the things that we have talked about, everything comes back to this self-love, empowerment, and having confidence. And I really hope that people will listen to this or visit Burgundy Fox or go to the next class or whatever it is and leave feeling like a little bit lighter, a little bit better about themselves, because we are all pretty special. What makes us unique, and whatever you think your flaws are the best parts of you. Own it. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Don't be afraid to talk about anything. And, give yourself a break a little bit. Now more than ever, we need that. And I think that's my lasting thing. Find your strength, find your power, work on your mindset, and have fun doing it. Shop for some lingerie and take a good fitness class and have some sex.
There you go.
There's me.
Words to live by. Take a fitness class and have some sex. So if our followers want to follow you and Burgundy Fox, where can they find you?
So Burgundy Fox, we are just on Instagram at Burgundy Fox Co. Our website is burgundyfox.com. And then my Instagram is at Meghan M_Cox. And then I also have my own personal website. It's a passion fun project. So I put some recipes on there. I write about a few things between fitness and lingerie. And it's just meghanmurray-cox.com.
Amazing. I will put all of those things in our show notes too. So people don't have to memorize it, but they can copy and paste it or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, Meghan, thank you so much for being here today and for talking with me. This was really, really awesome. I've been so excited to have you on the podcast for weeks. So thank you so much for being here. And thank you everybody for listening in. If you haven't hit subscribe, you totally should, to help us grow our mission and our purpose. And comment, like, share, all the things. If you're listening to this, you can also watch it on YouTube. And I think that's it. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.